So let us go along to our next one. This one is Pieces Between Us. It's an elementary school journey of perspective, betrayal, and reconciliation. It's a puzzle game kind of based around perspective. I would imagine not nearly as much as unannounced title. And certainly, like, not going to be the same mechanically. But, like, that had some perspective puzzles as well. So, it might remind of that. I don't know. Let's find out.
Always talking about getting the right perspective. What does that even mean?
Hey, it's recess. Let's go. Oh, football.
Those voices sounded like a bit too grown up for being.
Hey, me and Billy are doing show and tell together this time, but because we found this frog. Yeah, Timmy and me found this frog, and we named him Bimmy because it's like Billy and Timmy combined. We found him by the creek yesterday, and Billy took him home. So that's our show and tell. It's Bimmy. Bimmy.
Tad loud. I'm just gonna turn it down. In my ears. Like, obviously they're trying to be, like, they're playing elementary kids, but, like, they sound my age. Doesn't work as well that way. We're almost there.
Hey Timmy, you ready for our science fair project this
Wait.
year? I was thinking we made a volcano, and it'd be really big, and we'd have some explosion.
We
What's
teleported.
wrong? We can't be partners this time. What? Why? We're always partners.
We
I have
teleported.
To be Ruby's partner this time. I can't really say why. Oh, well, okay. I hope your project is great, then, good luck.
This is going to be a thing, but up. Like, astronauts.
Why does Timmy have to be with Ruby this time? This is so stupid. Does he like her? Maybe he thinks I'm dumb now because I did bad on the math test. Maybe we're not even friends anymore. We were gonna be astronauts one day. Go to the moon. Well, maybe Gemma needs a partner for the science fair.
Yeah, like I get what they're I get what they're aiming for with like the story construction and all of that. It's just you sound way too old. And it's kind of like it breaks it. Now what the hell is this supposed to be? Is it is the perspective from up there? Like I'm enjoying working on the puzzles though. Like these are proving okay so far.
Hey Timmy, you ready for our science fair project this year? I was thinking we made a volcano, and it'd be really big, and we'd have some explosion. Gemma's alright, but she doesn't want to be an astronaut.
The heads come up from up here.
She's a good partner though. Our volcano is great. Who needs Timmy anyway? What a jerk.
We're just going through their life estate. I guess I feel like I don't know, the way all the dialogue is being phrased makes it sound like it's supposed to be them at that time, and then to like use your adult voice to play your younger self rather than like phrasing it so you're recalling it. I feel like you would phrase that a little differently. I'm maybe like being super picky about the script, but like the voice acting is obviously a very large part of this experience. It was like a tiny bit distracting on that front.
Hey Billy, nice volcano project. You and Gemma did a great job. Thanks. Hey, I was wondering
I
if
can't
you wanted
like
to be
fall
my
off.
partner for the social studies project. I was thinking we could do the project about Louis Riel. No, I don't want to be your partner. Oh, why? I thought that since the science project was over, just no, Timmy. I have another partner already.
Okay, class,
stupid.
settle down. Today we're going to continue where we left off reading Anne of Green Gables. Timmy, if you want to read the part for Anne, and Billy, you can read Diana's part. I think you two will do a great job because you're such
there's a
good
thing up here.
friends. Billy's so mean.
Why won't he
I didn't
talk
even
to me
notice that there
still?
was a thing up there.
We can't even pretend to be friends when we're reading a book. Well, I don't need Billy anymore. I've got new friends now. I don't need him anymore.
Did I miss something back up there? I see a 5. I feel like we're gonna have to get kind of high up for that one. I feel like I'm kind of rushing through because I just don't like the voiceover personally.
Hey
It's
Billy,
distracting
nice
to me.
volcano project. You and Gemma did a great job. Thanks. Hey, I was wondering if you wanted to be my partner for the social studies project. I was thinking we could do the project about Louis Riel. No, I don't want to be your partner. Oh, why? I thought that since the science
I also don't
project
know
was
where to
over,
go.
Just no, Timmy. I have another partner already.
Okay, class,
stupid.
settle down. Today we're going to continue where we left off reading Anne of Green Gables. Timmy, if you want
And
to
also,
read the
like,
part
it
for
keeps
Anne, and
doing
Billy,
the,
you can read Diana's part. I think you two will
doing
do
the
a
sound clips when
great
you're like
job
going
because
back and
you're
forth
such
through an
good
area.
friends. I'll read the narration. Here we go. Outside in the garden, which was full of mellow sunset light streaming through the
Like we
dark
already
old
heard this,
firs to the
and
west
I'm
of
just
it,
trying to figure out where to
stood
go
Anne
next.
And Diana, gazing bashfully at each other over a clump of gorgeous tiger lilies.
Is it this
"Oh,
one?
Diana," said Anne at last, clasping her hands and speaking almost in a whisper.
Oh, do you think you could like me a little, enough to be my bosom friend?
Diana laughed. Diana always laughed before she spoke.
Why, I guess so. I'm awfully glad you've come to live at Green Gables. It will be jolly to have somebody to play with. There isn't any other girl who lives near enough. Hey Billy, nice volcano project. You and Gemma did a great job.
Go Koala. I like.
Thanks.
I'm
Hey,
fine with
I
that
was wondering if you
interpretation.
wanted to be
I
my
will say
partner for
yes.
The social studies project. I was
But,
thinking
like-
we could do the project about Louis Riel.
Also, where the hell am I
No,
going?
I don't want to be your partner. Oh, why? I
Where's
thought
the
that
next
since the
thingy?
science project was over. Just no, Timmy. I have another partner already.
Okay, class,
Where's the
settle down.
next thingy?
Today we're going to continue where we left off reading Anne of
Is there a
Green
way to
Gables.
have it
Timmy,
not
if you want
do
to
the
read
same
part for Anne and,
voice clip over and
Billy,
over and
you can read
over?
Diana's part. I think you two will do a great job because you're such good friends. I'll read the narration. Here we go. Outside in the garden, which was full of mellow sunset
we need to be back
light
here?
streaming
This
through
doesn't
the
make
dark
sense.
Old firs to the west of it.
Hey Timmy, you ready for our science fair project this year? I was thinking we
Yeah,
made
like
a
this
volcano.
this one does not
It'd be
make
really
sense.
big, and we'd have some explosion. What's wrong?
This-
I.
How do we get
can't
over
be
there?
partners this time. What? Why?
That's got to
We're
be like
always
you interact
partners.
with that.
I just. I have to be Ruby's partner this time. I can't really say why. Oh, well, okay. I hope your project is great. Then, good luck.
Like, that's gotta be looking at it way up. This one, like, you can't flip it and get something. It has to be from over here. That has to be, like, get closer. I'm feeling like it was supposed to remove one of these, and it didn't. I'm wondering if the game, like, bugged out? But then maybe it removed this? But then there's still another to remove? I'm kind of confused. I can do that.
Hey Timmy, you ready for our science fair project this year? I was thinking we made a volcano, and it'd be really big, and we'd have some explosion.
It's the
What's
same
wrong?
line, but
We can't be
it's a
partners
different
this time.
location this time.
What? Why? We're always partners. I just... I wish I was with Billy for the science fair project. Why did my parents say I had to go with Ruby? Her family's going through some stuff, I guess, and I'm not supposed to tell people. Oh well, it's probably just once.
Okay, so that was the key. And now I just feel dumb for not having spotted that. This is just supposed to be a ball, isn't it? Yeah, you get, like, up here.
Billy hasn't talked to me in a week.
It's a soccer ball.
That's okay. Our project is over soon, and then things can go back to normal. And soccer season is coming up soon. At least we'll be on the same team this year.
But none of the ropes went away? Like, that didn't take us anywhere. Oh, this is different from different
Hey
angles.
Billy, nice volcano project. You and Gemma did a great job.
Of course it is.
Thanks. Hey, I was wondering if you wanted to be my partner for the social studies project. I was thinking we could do the project about Louis Riel. No, I don't want to be your partner. Oh, why? I thought that since the science project was over, just no, Timmy. I have another partner already.
Okay, class,
stupid.
settle down. Today we're going to
Bit
continue
here,
where we left
no.
off reading Anne of Green Gables. Timmy, if you want to read the part for Anne, and
There we
Billy,
go.
you can read Diana's.
Why is Timmy mad?
It's a
He
bus.
doesn't deserve to be mad. He's the one that left me behind. I'm the one that should be mad. What a jerk. I hope he leaves forever. I hope he gets in a car and just goes away. Go away, Timmy.
This one is probably... no, those don't fit together tightly enough. Rah. What's with all the fives?
Hey, Billy,
Oh.
I bet you can't block me. Whatever, of course I can. Hey, get off me!
Get off! Why are you so mean now?
Well, why are you so dumb now?
Shut up!
Idiot!
I mean, this does sound very much
break it
like
up.
when you're a
Go
kid.
to my office right now.
All right, like building stuff
You
around.
guys know your best friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to leave you alone, and you two are going to figure out what the heck is going on, okay?
Okay.
Would it have to be like just on the other side of?
Hey,
Oh, no.
I'm sorry I punched you.
Alright, students. Welcome to detention. Make
They
sure
have space
you're
helmets on.
quiet. I'll be here playing Minesweeper if you need me.
Are they?
Do you think we'll both
They're
make the
supposed to
soccer
be.
team this year?
They're told they are, but
Yeah, I heard Coach talking about it with my dad.
Oh.
Sweet. I think our team is going to be awesome. Go astronauts. Go astronauts.
there you go. They were, and then they weren't, and then they were again. I guess. I mean, that's the credits is not going to do anything. I feel like the only really distracting part was the fact that, you know, it was a couple of grown men playing as, you know, like kids. And so like the voiceover parts were just kind of distracting. And like I get it, like they're aiming to tell a particular story, and it is a nice little like vignette of you know, childhood friendships and all that. Just the way it was presented was a bit distracting. And this is supposed to be an elementary school journey, so this is supposed to be like preteen. Yeah, it completely broke the immersion part of it. Which is a shame because like perspective puzzles like that are pretty nice. I enjoy having those kinds of puzzle settings. You know, having to do things via perspective. I was mad at myself for not realizing that I could do multiple perspectives on the same pieces, which of course you can. That's totally logical. I wish like different perspectives on a set piece gave you the two different characters and not always the same one. I think that would have made it a lot more impactful. You know, that was like a missed opportunity there. But yeah, that was supposed to be like, you know, very, very story, very narrative focused, and unfortunately the delivery of it just was too distracting. I think, like I was saying earlier, if you if you don't have kids to do the voiceover, fair. Like, try to restructure the narrative a little bit so it makes more sense that it's adults telling it. Like, if it was those two guys as grown-ups looking back at that time that they were pissed at each other, that would have been the same. You could tell the same story and it would have been perfectly smooth, like no immersion break. That was the only bit that like kind of really messed with it. But I do want to see like you can do maybe something larger with a lot of perspective puzzles. It makes me think of like something like Antechamber or again Unannounced Title, where you can make a lot of puzzle stuff just out of perspective. And like how do you mess with that? And clearly this architecture worked, so you know, good show on that front. Especially finding ways to do it so that there were a couple pieces that had multiple perspectives. That would be a huge element of it. If you were going to make it larger, because then it becomes like, what series of perspectives gets you to a different point? Which you can tie that into a narrative very easily and make something that's very similar but also very robust. You can tell a much larger story that way. But it is like, you have to make sure your voiceovers fit the characters and fit the animation if there is any. And this was a case where it was very distracting to kind of run against that.